there's ways to negotiate a pay raise as well.
Mm.
Yeah. Could you
Yeah,
give us
that's
an
right.
example on how to negotiate a pay
Yeah,
raise?
yeah.
Yeah. Mm,
I think it's a common like topic when people go into either a new job and
mm,
they want to set the right tone for
yeah.
they want everything and they don't want to get ripped off. And I think it is when you firstly when you're going into a new job and you're negotiating the package,
Mm,
do take your time, because I think a lot of companies, when it comes to giving you the offer letter, they try to rush you along, and there's
mm,
often things there that a week later you'll think of, like car parking or car toll bridge. Like there's so many things there that
mm,
could make your life just that bit easier, that it is important that you take a few days just to step back and look at the overall package,
mm,
weigh up what that job is in terms of hours and what it is in terms of flexibility, what it looks like, and then starts to inform what you're going to negotiate on. Because and then once you get what you care about most
mm-hmm,
in order, you
mm,
know where you're going to go with that. So the way I would say when it comes to salary, which is what most people want to know, is don't use round numbers. Don't say I want $80,000, because it just, if that's what you want, it doesn't look real. It just looks like you've said 80,000 because
mm,
that's what you heard your mates got, or that's
yeah.
what you think is actually $5,000 more than the market rate, and it wouldn't be great. And that's
Yeah.
just not. It's not good enough to walk into that negotiation with. You need to come in there with a clear, concise plan that needs to flow. You almost need to not be able to say the number and they know what you're worth. Like it
Mm,
needs to emanate from your body that you're already 80's in the bag. Like it's actually 81,563. And if you
yeah.
say that, like I need 81,563, moving it to a non-round number straight away, it shows that you've done more due diligence. It shows
Mm,
that you've got potentially other offers in the pipeline. And I think the understanding of how to not just know what you want, but articulate it and hold that conversation
mm,
is really, really important. So
okay.
my best advice is, if you're negotiating a package, you should be dropping hints throughout that negotiation.
Okay.
You start negotiation early. So start,
Mm,
and also like benchmark so you
how
need to
much you
know
want to
you're new
get?
to
Yeah.
that job, and
Mm,
start benchmarking that so that the people who are interviewing you start to move towards that range. And I would
mm,
say a range. Don't just say one number, because you'll probably get that number. Whereas if you say a range,
mm.
you know,
Don't
81,000
negotiate downwards.
to
Yeah.
85, that's where I'm looking at. That's where offers are coming in at. You're probably going to get 83.
Yeah.
And they can start to put you in a certain pay grade and
Mm,
start to move towards that. And then you can start to uncover the parts of the deal that maybe they have only got 80,000 in the kitty,
mm,
or 75, right?
yeah.
But
Mm,
there's something else in there, like 5 extra days off or health insurance, or that can actually, when it comes down to it, you'd have to have paid for anyway, and therefore you can move. So I think don't use round numbers, use a range. And then I think go big straight up, because if you go in there and then you start figuring out that they might have more money, or that it's the wrong way around. Like you need to be
yeah.
going in there with, actually, no, it doesn't matter what money you've got on the table. This is the value I'm going to bring. And if
Yeah.
I do X, Y, and Z, can we agree that this is going to happen? And so that's where you start to use the triggers and the things that they want to
Mm,
bring you closer to what you want. It's not just necessarily, I want this and it's this or nothing. It's like, well, no, actually, the person who's interviewing really wants something as well. And
yeah.
if you're delivering on that, they're probably more than likely to be able to try and make that happen for you. And so
Mm,
if you can start building that rapport, and if you can start um, understanding that their natural tendency may be to try and pull you into a different bracket,
mm-hmm.
but just because it hasn't happened before, or
Yeah.
because that isn't the budget they allocated, that's where that believe it is possible mindset comes from, because that's where you're at and this is where you're at. And the
Mm,
thing that's going to bridge the gap is your ability to be able to believe it's possible, and articulate and create that momentum to pull you into and demonstrate value, right?
mm, mm,
In the way that you're speaking, in the way that you maybe do things like create a business plan already. You may
mm,
come into your annual review
yeah.
and you may say, right, I want a 10% pay rise.
Mm.
But that's how like a non-pro would do it, right? They'd come in and, oh, I want 10%. Why? A pro
I
would
don't
go
know.
in.
I just want
I've
one.
done,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've done a review of the whole business
Yeah.
that we've been working on. I've actually looked across all the accounts. I've done some analysis. I've figured out that these are our top 3 clients. If you came in and you said, I've got this 10-slide deck that I've done that really nails down how 2020 is going to go,
Yeah.
and how we're going to hit all of these key goals, and how I'm going to take more responsibility, and how we're going to build this business, and because of that we're going to bring this profit into the business, and whatever it is that the business cares about.
Yeah.
But you've gone ahead and you've taken the steps. You're already demonstrating that you're a more valuable employee because you've done it. You've had initiative, and if you take initiative to bring value to them, to then show them how this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And yes, you think it's justified that you get a 10% pay rise,
Yeah.
but that's not really the overall. That's just part of it. One of the things that are going to happen in the basis of this plan rolling out. And they will be more impressed that you've gone in with that than if you just go in with, I want, without giving. Like, you might be an awesome salesperson, but you need to do something outside of the box that takes it, that's above and beyond your role and responsibility. And then you also need to position yourself confidently in that you're not just winging it and making up numbers. There needs to be a rationale to why it is. And then you need to persuade. Like, they're not just going to do it just because you had the business plan, you had the foresight to take initiative, and you have the market intel to say that you're underpaid. They're still not going to do it. You need to persuade, you need to influence, you need to say the right kind of linguistic approach to articulate that message. So it's a big topic, but the more you do it, and I'd say practice your negotiations. So practice getting rejected. Do it on. You go out every day and go out with the intention to get rejected by. Ask for a discount on your coffee. Go into a car showroom and see if you can negotiate the guy down on price. Just for the hell of it. The more that you practice that skill of being comfortable with people saying no to you, and being comfortable with people saying I can't, or that kind of awkward stage where they look at you and go, this isn't, why are you doing this? This doesn't happen. Like, no, you can't get a discount on your coffee. Once you realize that how you are in that interaction actually makes it possible, that is the skill that then you can apply to the things that you matter and that matter to you, like buying a house or getting a pay rise or buying a car.